So, hello everyone. I hope you all are doing well in your life. And my name is Ashish. And today I'm going to start one of the very interesting topic for teaching you. This is about the high frequency inductor and transformer design. This topic is something which I feel everyone should know, like how to design the inductor and how to design the high frequency transformer. Because as an electrical engineer, we should not say that I wanted to buy inductor, I wanted to buy transformer. These are the things which we can easily make. Okay, so if you know the procedure how we can make the inductor and transformer, it is very easy to do this and make inductor and transformer. Now you can see on my screen that these are the few inductors. This is one inductor, this is a air core inductor, this is another inductor, and this is one of the transformer which I have made by my hand. Okay, so it is very easy to make. What things we should know, that basically which core to use, which wires to use. Okay, how to calculate the basically wire, which core we should have, what are the different types of the cores available, and how we can compute the things, those things we should know. Okay, so in this playlist, or this is just 3 to 4 lectures. In the next lecture I'm going to talk about the inductor design, high frequency inductor design, and for high frequency transformer design there are the two parts. Okay, so those we are going to learn. So what things we require to understand this? We should know that how to calculate the value of the inductor. So if you are, let's say, designing the inductor for some particular circuit. Okay, so what is the current flowing through that circuit, what is the frequency of operation of the circuit, what voltage that may appear across the inductor, and what is the RMS current that is going to flow through the inductor, what is the value of the inductor, those things we should know. Okay, so if we have those things with you, because if you are going to design the inductor, you have all these value with you, right? So if we have those value with us, then we can start inductor design. Okay, so let us for some example by your own. Maybe you are designing the inductor for buck converter which is going to operate at maybe 100 kilowatts or something, right? So how you can design the inductor for it? So what is the voltage coming across the inductor, that you know, peak value of the voltage coming across the inductor. You know what is the current that is going to be for average and current and RMS current flowing through the inductor. So if you have all this value, you are good to go to start the inductor design. Okay, and from the next class we are going to learn how to design the inductor in such a cases. Okay, now about the transformer design. So this transformer, you can see, this is called as a this core which is there, this is the air core, because there is no core as such. It is basically wounded on some plastic. Okay, so where such a air core type of the inductors are used, what is the advantage of this air core inductor, that you should know. When to use the air core inductor, when not to use the air core inductor, so those things you should know. Okay, now this is another inductor. Now some sort of different geometry of the shape is there. So this is called the U shape geometry. Then there are the materials. Okay, it is not always that we are going to use the ferrite material. So you should know what are the different types of the cores available. Okay, so there are ferrite cores available, there are nanocrystalline cores available, there are amorphous core available. How the selection of this will happen and all that you should understand. Okay, so whether we can use every time ferrite core, what are the limitation of using the ferrite core somewhere, whether when we need to go for amorphous core or some different core. So those things we should know at least. Okay, then there is a this another core is there which is a double E type of core. So these are the various types of the core available. So maybe you know about this, you have seen the inductor previously, so you have idea. Okay, so there is a core, there is a winding, and few more things, but how to design it and all that, all the things we are going to discuss in this class. So what I have observed is that people teach inductor design, transformer design, but they teach in some different way, like how, what are the losses and all those part they will consider first. Okay, but I learned some method thanks to my guide, thanks to my professor, Dr. Satish Belkode sir, who taught me how we can design the inductor and transformer design. And the same method I'm going to teach you as well. Credit goes to them, because if they have not taught me, so I am not able to deliver to you people as well. Okay, and we believe in our lab that these are the things which every engineer should know, because you can't say that I don't know inductor design or I don't know transformer design. at least you should have, maybe you will not design the inductor or transformer that efficient, but you will design in such a way that it will operate. Maybe it will have some more losses because loss number calculation is also there, which is also I'm going to taught you, that is for sure. But that is sometime it is like cost is the something which define which core to use, right? So all the things are there, power ratings and all, so that we will come gradually. Okay, so we have our story in our mind, what we are going to start learning: high frequency inductor and high frequency transformer design. What all the aspect we are going to cover, you understood. Second thing, one more thing I wanted to discuss. I told you that we have the two sessions for transformer design. Why there are two sessions? Because there are two separate types of the transformer. One is called as basically where LM is a very important play. So my magnetizing inductance of the transformer play very important role, and which is let's say the example of flyback converter. So in flyback converter, what is going to happen? So inductor LM will charge and the energy it will store, and then energy will be released to the secondary side. So for such a type of the design of transformer, we have some different approach to design it. Okay, and the transformer, let's say DAB transformer, because anyway we learn the DAB so much, okay, in simulation, but how to design its transformer practically, that we should know, right? So that part is there. So how to design the DAB transformer, how to design the transformer which is only responsible for isolation and turns ratio, okay, not like LM is dominant there. So how to design such a transformer? So there are two different methods. Okay, so how to design and all, that part also we are going to learn, and I will taught you. Okay, now again I'm telling you that what people generally prefer the method, that method we are not going to use here. Okay, we will go by some different method. We have some different method to design it. It is not like we have some I have seen that people do use window area calculation and all, then do a lot of stuff, but we are not going to do that. Okay, that's for sure. We have very basic procedure that we will going to follow, and every time these are the very few example I have just put it here as an inductor transformer. I have lot of things I have made. Within 5 minutes you can make the inductor high frequency transformer, and you can use it in your circuit as well. Okay, and it will work for sure. And for what value you are designing it, it will come nearby just with 20 plus minus 20% error. Like if you are designing for 100 micro henry, it will make come 120 micro henry and all, but that is fine. Okay, so all those things are there. We are going to learn everything in detail. And one more thing which is there in transformer is the air gap. So maybe here you can see that there is a air gap, so here is also some air gap is introduced. So what materials are used to introduce the air gap and all those things we are going to see. Okay, so how you are going to, how you can design a practical inductor or practical transformer, all the things we are going to learn in this basically playlist. Okay, so it is not, I would not wanted to say as a playlist, but there are 3 to 4 lectures, that's why. So this is the one of the fundamental thing which I wanted to discuss with you, because I have not uploaded the videos from long time. So that's why I just wanted to interact with you people, and just tell few things which I am going to deliver. Okay, so I hope so you are ready to learn high frequency inductor and high frequency transformer design from me. And this is going to be very interesting session, I feel, because this thing is not available anywhere. People have taught it, but in some different way. So I hope you learn something really interesting in this playlist. Okay, so thanks for watching this video, and see you in the next class.